Hello, my name is Marylou Miller and I serve on the board of directors for the Patricia Locke Foundation. I support and advocate the promotion of the arts to children and youth. Thank you for joining us today for our online fundraiser educational program. I hope that you are inspired to invest in the future and education of children and youth and will assist the Patricia Locke Foundation by donating to its fundraising goals. The Patricia Locke Foundation helps promote unity, balance, and harmony among children and youth. It is striving to inspire a lifelong dedication to actively respect, protect, and defend the rights of all people. A divine philosopher once said, "The art of music is divine and effective. It is the food of the soul and spirit. Through the power and charm of music, the spirit of man is uplifted. It has wonderful sway and effect in the hearts of children, for their hearts are pure, and melodies have great influence in them." Music and the arts give expression to the human spirit and are thus very important to the individual and society, provided they reflect spiritual refinement. A reference has been made about music being a ladder for human souls, a means whereby they may be lifted up unto the realm on high. I firmly believe that promoting and nurturing music, drama, visual arts, architecture, poetry, and other art forms are essential elements of civilized life and stimulants to spiritual and social progress. There are artists that many of us are familiar with who have embraced the spirit of giving their art to humanity as a ladder for souls to be lifted and happiness to be embraced. I would like to share a little about some artists that have made a positive influence on me personally. Canadian singer Nancy Ward, American jazz artist Dizzy Gillespie and Mike Longo, and American filmmaker and songwriter singer Phil Lucas. Nancy Ward is one of Canada's finest singers and writers. She embraced a newfound faith in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan at the age of 19, which inspired her to write about unity and equality. She plays piano and has great vocal talent. She is a profoundly passionate and committed artist. Her friend Jack Lenz said the following of her: "Her work, born in the crucible of intense longing and suffering, speaks of all aspects of the human spirit. She is at once humorous and serious, heavenly and earthly. She feels at once that her music represents the celestial and the primitive." I first heard the music of Nancy Ward after hearing a 1997 recording of her live concert from Toronto, Canada. One of her songs that resonates with me is titled "The Grass Endures." She mentions her friend Andrew Paul by saying, "Last summer we went to Cape Breton. One day I said to Andrew, 'You are an oak tree,' because Andrew lives there and is a strong symbol to his people. But Andrew said, 'I don't want to be an oak tree. It gets uprooted in the storm. I want to be the humble grass.' So Nancy wrote a song about that." Nancy Ward also has a children's album titled "We Want to Grow Up," which is a great testimony to her storytelling abilities and wonderful singable songs. "Planters of Trees" is a remarkable collection of songs and performances centering on her favorite issues of nature, women, and the need for spiritual inspiration in our lives. John Burke's Dizzy Gillespie. Dizzy was an amazing trumpeter who, at the age of 51, was attracted to a newfound belief of oneness and unity. Dizzy said that, "I believe in the oneness of mankind. I believe we all come from the same source, that no race of people is inherently superior to any other." Dizzy collaborated with jazz pianist Mike Longo, who said, "Interracial mixing was way back when jazz first started." Dizzy described jazz as a marriage between African rhythm and European harmony. And so if you look at that from a broader perspective, that's a marriage between the black race and the white race. And when they say that the prophet unleashes a new power in the universe, Dizzy's concept of bebop is a reflection of that. Dizzy Gillespie's deep commitment to unity and justice expressed itself through the inclusive spirit that characterized his music and his interactions with people of all walks of life. Dizzy was attracted to newly found teachings about unity, particularly by their assertion of the harmony of science and religion, the equality of women and men, and the oneness of humanity. Phil Lucas was born in Phoenix, Arizona, and as a young Choctaw, he saw signs posted in rural towns reading, "No dogs or Indians allowed." Such early prejudice helped inspire his film career. He worked towards racial equality in any way he could. He showed Native people as they really were, their struggles and successes, in a country that is still coming to grips with its history. He has written, directed, and filmed more than 100 projects, including feature films, television series, and documentaries. He is quoted in an interview saying, "There's no record of human behavior being changed as a result of intellectual argument. It takes an emotional event to change behavior. And in the absence of emotional events where you are actually present, film and television can create that for people. What film does is convey emotion. People use film in many different ways, but mostly it's ineffective because they are trying to use it to convey information. But film does best when it portrays emotion, which has the potential to lead people to changing their lives. All of the films that I have made are consciously centered on the spiritual reality underlying each story." In the publication, The Secret of Divine Civilization, it is stated, "And the honor and distinction of the individual consist in this, that he among all the world's multitudes should become a source of social good. Is any larger bounty conceivable than this, that an individual, looking within himself, should find that by the confirming grace of God, he has become the cause of peace and well-being, of happiness and advantage to his fellow men? No, by the one true God, there is no greater bliss, no more complete delight." I invite you to help us with the mission of the Patricia Locke Foundation to empower children, youth, and young adults to take charge of their spiritual and material destiny through funding and providing traditional indigenous cultural arts programming, educational enhancement, and experiences that foster well-being and unleash potential. Support and engage with us through your donations, and share the website and mission of the Patricia Locke Foundation with your friends, families, neighbors, and co-workers. Gunesh Chish. Thank you.